Hey, how are you? I'm excited to be here, and I wanted to ask you a question. Who has extra time? Do you? Do you have any extra time at the end of the day? Like you lay down thinking, I used up all my time, I don't have anything extra, I am good to go? Or are you wondering, where has all the time gone? Is it like hiding in the closet or under the bed? Do you find yourself, searching for time? Do you often say, I don't have time, I'm running out of time, time flies, right? Same here. Hi, I'm Jean Harville, and I am the creator of this page, and I'm also the creator of Raising Motivated Learners Facebook group. And I think that time is like one of those, how do you define time, right? So time has really become more like since, I think it was like 1700 BC, that's when we started measuring time. Before that, we didn't measure time except for daylight, sun, nighttime. So that would be the only way it would be measured. So, but since like in early, I think BC 1700, that's when timepieces began. Started with the sundial, right? And that way, you could have a sense of how much light, how much nighttime, how much darkness, whatever, right? So timepieces have become a lot more sophisticated since then. So that now we have this really distinct time of time, distinct information or knowledge of time. We can actually watch it tick by as we watch that second hand. We can actually see the numbers flip in the digital clock. And does that cause or raise a sense of like, oh my gosh, anxiety to you, especially if you are wanting to get something done by a certain time and the time just keeps ticking and won't stop? Or as you're getting ready and prepared to go live or do an interview or sing or do a presentation, and you watch the clock tick, 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 and you're like, oh my gosh, here it comes, and the anxiety is welling up in you. So why do we let time cause these emotions in us, right? And why can't we take control of time? We certainly can. Everyone has the same 24 hours. That's when we started measuring time, and that's how it's been broken up for us. So everyone has the same amount of time. And what you do with your time is really important. And that's going to affect your mental health, your anxiety. It's either going to be very anxious for you if something's coming up, or you're going to just keep it calm. So I have three things that you can do, okay? So what do you say about time? Like whatever you say about time, whatever your words are that you say about time, wires in your brain. It becomes true. It wires in. Your brain says, oh, Jean believes that she is out of time, that she doesn't have enough time. So she believes that she doesn't have enough time. So anytime that she tries to, and she says that with like, oh, I don't have enough time, time is running out, and that's paired with her emotion. So every time that Jean is thinking like there's a clock and there's time that's going on, I'm going to remind her, like, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough time. And it's going to come up over and over again. And so those negative comments that you make about time wires into your brain. So if you don't think you have enough time, you don't have enough time. It becomes reality. It becomes true. So if you want that to be a reality, then you can keep saying, I'm running out of time, I don't have enough time, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And you can keep with that type of language, and that's what's going to wire into your brain that, yep, you're going to run out of time. You really are. So shift your thoughts. This is number 2. Shift your thoughts around your words. Instead of saying, I don't have enough time, you can say, time is on my side. Time works for me. Time is my friend. I hadn't really thought about that. Time is my friend. Time works for me. Time is on my side. So that's a very different feeling when you state that to your brain, right? I have all the time, to get everything done that I want to get done. Not I need to get done, or, I have to get done. Everything I want to get done. Instead of time flies, say time stands still for me. Time stands still for me. So number 3, this shift in your thoughts around time will put you in control of your time. Isn't it nice to be in control of your time instead of your time controlling you? So you can begin a new narrative at home around your kids, and listen and let your kids hear you say, time is my friend. I have all the time that I need to get this done. And just shifting that that language so that your child understands, like, oh, time is something I can control. So, if you have, and then like you can say how much time, like for your child, how much time do you believe that you need in order to complete this assignment? And any time you have left over, you can choose to do what you want with that amount of time. Puts them in control, and by doing that, it creates a confidence in them. Like, I can get this done, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, it's crazy, I'm not going to get it done. Look at the time, look at it's passing by. But if you change the narrative in that time is my friend, and that time, I control the time. I'm in control of time. So you create that ownership of time and let time work for you. So summer's a great time to practice those new ways of thinking so that everyone will be ready for the new school year. And whatever, or like whatever that looks like in your community, whether it's at home or if it's at school. But those are if you think about that rushing to get ready for school, and you're thinking, oh, look at the time, we need to go, then you can switch that and you have a different narrative around it. Like, time works for me. I have plenty of time to get dressed, plenty of time to get ready. And then when you're in charge of it, then it's easier to manage. So time management is something that's really hard for our kids as they're growing up, because that's one of those prefrontal lobe things that, part of the executive function is time. And how do we measure time? Time just is elusive, it flies by. But if we can take control of that with the words that we use, time works for me, and that time, it works for me, and that time is something that I have control over. And that creates that confidence in your kids. And confidence is a word that came up with in almost every interview I've been doing. The last couple of weeks, I've been interviewing expert speakers for our The Brilliance of Dyslexia masterclass series that we have coming up in a couple of weeks. And every single one of them said confidence. Confidence was something that they lacked when they were going through school, because school was tough for them, and they had difficulty with reading, had difficulty with math, and so they lacked confidence. So how can we build confidence in our kids? And we can teach them that time is on their side. They have control of their time. We can teach them time management. And when they feel like I'm in control, that's a confidence builder right there. So when you shift that language about what time can do, how you can use time instead of time using you, then it's a great shift for our kids to help build their confidence. Okay, it's like if they have an assignment. It's given an assignment and they have this amount of time to get it done in, then they can take a look at their time and say, okay, this is what I have, however many days or however much time that is, how am I going to control that time? And when they're in control, it's going to take me this much time to do this much time to do this, this is when it's due. Then they have control of their time. They're learning time management, right? So stay tuned, and I will, and keep watching the lights. I will be announcing when our Brilliance of Dyslexia Masterclass series will take off. It'll be in a couple of weeks, so keep watch here on the page for that. And I will see you next week for lives. Bye.